Morning guys, Harry here from Dark Artisan channel. Bit of a rant this morning. We did do a batrep yesterday. I did a batrep with my Blood Angels 2000 points versus George's Raven Wing. And after filming it all, I came home and went to put all the videos on my laptop. And unfortunately my memory card is corrupted in my phone, which means I've had to go and buy a new one. Unfortunately, the whole batrep was lost, so a bit annoying. I just wanted to talk about some of the formations, everything I used for the Blood Angels as well. A friend actually recommended two of the formations that were in White Dwarf, I believe 47, right when they came out. One of them is the Angels Fury Spearhead Force, which is 3 10-man tactical squads and 3 Storm Ravens. The restrictions for that one are each tactical squad must include 10 models. The sergeant of each squad in this formation must take a teleport homer as a free upgrade. This formation's tactical squads cannot take dedicated transports and must begin the game embarked on the Storm Raven gunship from this formation. Special rules: Augur Triangulation. If a friendly unit with the Blood Angel faction arrives via Deep Strike Reserve within 12 inches of at least 2 models from this formation equipped with teleport homers, then it does not scatter and can charge on the same turn it arrives. Objective secured as well. The entire formation has that. The entire formation which you Spearhead Strike Force, when making reserve rolls, make a single roll for the entire formation, which you can choose to re-roll. If successful, all units arrive from the formation. You can make reserve rolls for this formation from the start of turn 1. So 3 Storm Ravens turning up on turn 1 deals out some seriously nasty firepower. Now I did use this. I did elect to go first as I won the roll-off. However, George actually stole the initiative, which meant he got to go first. And with the rest of the list that I used, I didn't have many models on the board, so he was able to actually snatch up quite a lot of objectives. We played the mission where you start with 6 cards and then it gets 1 less each turn. So yeah, that didn't go too well in my favour, especially with the fast spikes of Raven Wing. He had Samael as well, which gave him an extra D6 to flat out moves. So like end of turn 1, he was in my face straight away. One thing to point out about that one, the units arriving from Deep Strike within 12 inches of 2 of them can charge on the turn that they arrive. Fantastic. Really, really fantastic. I used that in conjunction with another formation, which was the Angels Wrath Intervention Force, again in White Dwarf 47, which is 1 Vanguard Veteran Squad and 2 Assault Squads. All models in this formation must be equipped with jump packs. Guided drop. This formation must be placed in Deep Strike Reserve and make a single reserve roll for the entire formation. If successful, all units arrive from the formation. The formation's unit of Vanguard Veterans must be placed first, and units of Assault Marines do not scatter so long as the first model is placed within 6 inches of the Vanguard Veteran unit. So that's 1 scatter, and then they don't. However, if they are placed within 12 inches of 2 of the Storm Ravens from the previous formation, means they don't scatter at all, and they can charge. So as long as you place the Assault Marines within 6 inches of the Vanguard Veteran Squad, it says immediately after deploying enemy units within 6 inches of any units from this formation suffer a Strength 4 AP-hit for each of their models which is within 6 inches of a model from this formation. In addition, these enemy units must move as though they are on difficult terrain until the end of their next turn, which is good, but obviously Raven Wing have Skilled Rider, which means they ignore it. However, still managed to kill 2 bikes using that, and because I didn't scatter either, it meant I was able to have quite a wide berth by the time you spread the models out. To be able to steal objectives, I actually used one of the assault squads to steal one of the objectives, and it actually got me supremacy because of that. So I run those 2 formations. I also have a single force organisation combined arms detachment as well. Now, the idea of this was to run it as cheap as possible. So, I mean, these two formations alone, the Storm Raven one, because I put a melter in each tactical squad, comes in at 1,050 points. So yeah, it's not cheap. I took a Sanguinary Priest with a jump pack, just so I could try and run them up the field and attach them to the Vanguard vets. So I can give them Feel No Pain and initiative 5, weapon skill 5. So especially going against Marines, hitting on 3s is so much better than 4s with the amount of attacks that you pump out. I then took 2 scout squads, 5-man squad with combat weapons, infiltrated them straight on an objective. I also then took 5 scout snipers. So it basically just as cheap as possible troops to try and fit these into 2,000 points and still stay bound. I then took 2 5-man packless assault squads. Now, Blood Angel assault squads can take 2 special weapons per 5 men. So a drop pod with 2 melters in twice. So 4 melters and 2 drop pods. The drop pods are free if you drop your jump packs as well. Is pretty nasty. I should point out as well, actually, the intervention force as well. I do stick 1 melter in each of the 5-man assault squads as well. So that was my fast attack choices there. I then took a 3rd empty drop pod, simply to get 2 pods on turn 1, depending on what happens situational wise. I didn't have the points to put anything in it, unfortunately. I then took the Fire Raptor. And if you watch the match against Phil's Tyranids, although it did pump out some nasty firepower, it went down the turn it arrived. Unfortunately, in this game, it didn't actually arrive until turn 4, which was quite annoying. However, it did shoot down George's Nephilim jet fighter, and the turn it arrived, I drew the Blood Angel card from the Codex. I don't have my Codex on me. So I don't know which one it is. It's the one where if a unit arrives from reserve with the, I think it's Flyer, Skimmer or Jump Infantry special rule and destroys a unit, I think you gain D3 victory points. So the Fire Raptor came on and shot down his jet fighter straight away, which got me D3 victory points. George with Toughness 5 bikes, jinking 3 on everything. He tanked so many wounds from the Storm Ravens. Every last little thing I shot at him. He lasted quite a long time. The only problem that he had was that he had 3 land speeders in reserve, 6 bikes with an attack bike, and another 6 bikes with an attack bike in reserve. The land speeders came on turn 2, another squad came on turn 3, and the last squad came on turn 4. He was broken up by his reserve rolls, and it meant that it was a lot easier for me to pick him off. The cards weren't in his favour, the cards were in my favour. I think at the end of turn 5, he had an attack bike on 1 wound and a single bike, and 2 single bikes left, and a Devastator Squad Sergeant, which, despite a tactical squad charging them on turn 2, survived the entire game right till the end of turn 5. The score, I think, was something pretty ridiculous for me, like 27-7 or something by the time you added Line Breaker, First Blood and Slay the Warlord as well. It was an interesting game, it was a long hard game, and I was quite gutted that we didn't manage to get the film done. So unfortunately there's no batrep for that reason this week. I am going to be revealing me new army next week. I'm playing Sean, 2,250 points I believe it's going to be. I'm still going over the Codex, still trying to get to grips with the rules. Bit of a different playstyle to what I'm used to with Dark Eldar and Blood Angels, so I have been filming some update videos on that as well. And that'll be getting uploaded once the army's been revealed, hopefully at the same time as the batrep as well, so stay tuned for that. My Harlequin models are on order, they should arrive any day. I've been playing around with some bases. 25mm bases aren't really big enough for what I wanted to do with the bases themselves. What I'm going to be doing is I bought some poker chips, and I'm thinking of doing some like broken poker chips, kind of coming out of the ground and things for the Harlequins to be jumping over instead of the rubble. I got a small pack of playing cards. When I say small, I mean like the size that you get in a Christmas cracker. Do like a kind of Queen of Hearts thing from Alice in Wonderland, with the cards protruding out of the ground and things like that. I'm also going to do with some dice, as I've got 3 troop squads. So I'm thinking I'm going to stick like to one theme for each squad. That's something that I'm looking at doing as well. The paint scheme, I'm going to be doing all the vehicles gloss black with glitter spray on the top of them, and then gloss lacquer, so they're very, very shiny. Looking back, I think maybe the Dark Eldar would have worked nice with that, with the whole Night Shield things. But yeah, I like the idea of this, especially because they're called Star Weavers, Void Weavers and things. I really want to get that feel going as well. I added up all the points of the models that I'll have once they arrive, and it's going to be about 1750 to 1850 between upgrades. The reason I'm filming it in the sitting room today is because my modelling room, I'm moving things around in there. I had a lot of clutter, sorted one of my cupboards out to put all my scenery in, and I've moved my desk, so I can't really get in the room at the moment, as I'm looking at the wallpaper, just one of the walls. The pink camouflage has to go. So yeah, I've also got this. This was from War Games Tournament. You might have seen the warp gate that I had. It's all laser cut wood. So I built this up. I haven't glued any of it in place. It's all just literally slotted together. I think I'm going to probably spray the sides here. It does have symbols in the middle there as well. I don't think I'm going to spray that, as I quite like the symbols on there, to be honest. I did get that at the same time as the warp gate. I just didn't get around to building it, so that's built. And I've been cracking on with painting me new army, so I'm hoping to get most of that finished. Well, I'm hoping to have it entirely finished by Saturday. I will be back repping Saturday's game, so please check it out. Yeah, that's going to be it for the moment. Like I said, I'm wanting to do more bat reps. Just a bit annoyed at the fact that the memory card corrupted. But yeah, thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share me bat reps. There is going to be more incoming. I'm going to be moving on to painting the rest of my Blood Angels up that I've been using in my main forces. Believe it or not, I've got, well, you've seen from the videos if you've checked them out, and then I've gotten a lot more painted since even then. I've still got quite a bit unpainted to go, but I think that's going to be it model-wise. I'm not going to buy anything else. Finish off the Blood Angels. Got the last couple of bits of my Dark Eldar to finish, and then I've got the Harlequins and my Eldar to work through. Don't think I want to be buying much, maybe 1 or 2 more models for my new army, but that's it. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Catch you later.